just gotta check to see if I'm live. Gotta close out the music that can get me copyrighted if I am. Alright, I'll throw this pillow to the side. You know, doing these streams, I know for a fact I'd probably get more views if I wound up streaming them all with like a consistent schedule, like, oh, this time of day, like. But at the same time, I want to be able to play Dark Souls, and I stream mainly just so that I don't quit the runs. This run I'm very likely not to quit just because, unlike Bow Only, I feel super OP. That plus, in addition to that, just I enjoy playing Dark Souls, and if I'm doing something where it's like I'm doing it for a stream, I have to, like, and I want to make progress, it's just like, alright, guess I have to stream now. And you know what? I'm perfectly fine with that. So in between streams, I pretty much just went around grabbing gear and only through areas that I've already cleared the boss in. So it's not like I could go to the area with the Hydra and take that out and get all the gear that's there. But like the black leather set I'm wearing, went back to the area right before the Capra Demon to get it. Alright. Demon Titanite, alright. Why did I act like I was surprised? They always drop Demon Titanites. Oh well, at least I'll have enough to be able to level up one more time. This time I think I'm actually going to put a point into Endurance. That way I can wear some heavier armor later on. That was something that I failed to level up during my Bow Only run, was Endurance. And I think if I would have leveled up Endurance more, I would have been able to beat every boss that run. Let's see now. Oh, so right now, this is my build, level 19, Ring of Favor, Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring, and I'm wearing the black leather set with the Thieves Mask, and yeah, that's pretty much all I got. And it's crazy to me, after doing Bow Only, just how powerful this build is in comparison at such a low level. Goals for today's stream is the Moonlight Butterfly, the Gaping Dragon, and Quelaag. Might also just take out the Ceaseless Discharge, which, you know, it's always the same fight with Ceaseless. You gotta run back to the boss fog and just punch him 8 times. Don't even have to waste the spell slots. Bonk. Alright, gonna use a Twin Humanity here. That way I can kindle this bonfire. It's not very likely I'll actually die to Moonlight Butterfly. But at the same time, like, I'd rather not risk it with the stone soldiers that are in between me and the Moonlight Butterfly. That plus I want to see how powerful 2 wizards are against the Moonlight Butterfly. Since there is an NPC I could summon. Alright, there's going to be 3 of those plant dudes that are going to pop up as soon as I pick this up, but fodder number 1 is down. Fodder number 2 is down. Fodder number 3. I think I can also get the Elite Knight set if I'm going through this area. I think I gotta take a right from the entrance and kind of curve along the wall. There's gonna be a few stone soldiers that are gonna go after me, as well as a few of those plant guys. Yeah, Elite Knight set. But I do not feel like fighting any of you. All I feel like fighting is the boss. Let's see now. Fodder number 1. Fodder number 2. Fodder number 3. Fodder number 4. Wait, it only took 2 of those? I had nothing to worry about. I always have a hard time fighting those guys. Is sorcery just the way to go in this game? Ooh, that hurt. Me getting vigor checked by the Moonlight Butterfly. I mean, it does make sense that it was able to take such a massive chunk of my health, given that I haven't put anything into vigor. Alright. Use this. Homeward Bone back to the previous bonfire. You know what? Getting vigor checked by the Moonlight Butterfly hat. Well, it's called Vitality inside of Dark Souls. So I'm even making mistakes when it comes down to just what stat I have to level up. Feels like something that I might get made fun of for later. Kind of like how people make fun of me because I'll mess up when doing my Pokemon filter videos. Like, oh, you should have picked up this Pokemon. You should have picked up that Pokemon. Yes, I'm aware, in hindsight, that I made a mistake. You don't have to remind me of my failures. Because 7 other people in the comments also reminded me of my failures. I'm well aware of them. Alright, so I'm going to attempt to take on the Hydra. And before I do that, I'm going to want to make my way to the bonfire that's at the bottom of... Oh, hey. You're following me there? Buddy? Are you confused? Get fucked. Ooh, you got some goodies for me. That'll be great for when I'm inside of Blighttown. And the cat is outside the door yelling at me. A family member is out right now buying food for them. And both of the cats have just been yelling at me because I'm the only one that's home. Just like, feed me! I'm just like, I wish I could, but like, I can't. You can't eat people food, and that's all we got. You know, I probably could have gone through the Valley of the Drakes and gotten the red Tearstone ring in between streams, given that I collected every single other item I could at this point of the game for what I've been through, but you know, hindsight's 2020. Not sure if the crystal golems are going to be resistant to magic because they are technically created using magic from Seath the Scaleless. Nope, they are not resistant to magic. In fact, they take plenty of damage. I'm going to want to save my heavier hitting spells for the Hydra. Ah, fuck, the tree blocked it. The main weakness of every single build that uses ranged attacks. The environment. Utilizing the environment against me. Okay, that hurt, but you know what? Great heavy soul arrow. And I don't have the range for it. I can't hit the body from this range. Which means that I do have to time it to hit the heads. This is going to be a pain in the dick. Okay, so when I do hit it, I do massive amounts of damage. But when it hits me, it does massive amounts of damage. I'm in the water. I have to free aim this shit too. This is not going to be fun. That didn't hit shit. I hate it when I got a free aim. Okay, then I hit something that time. One more head. My frame rate. Given how slow the cast speed is, it's going to be a pain in the ass. I hate the fact that it was clipped into the rock, so... Maybe if I try luring it this way. Like, yeah, it's only attacking inside of an out-of-bounds area, so I can't even really... This is going to be annoying. The fact that it's all due to timing now. And it's back out of bounds. Are you just trying to get me to waste my spell slots? Well, there goes the Hydra. It's going to suck facing against this enemy using only the remaining spells that I have and no Rusted Ring. But I'm sure I got enough vitality for that. Oh wait, that's right. He doesn't spawn until after I rest at a bonfire or reload the area. Oh wait, no. Did I just go into rants? That was my archer build. Did I just load the wrong save? Yeah, I just loaded the wrong save. I got Homeward Bones prepared just in case. Just because without the rusted ring, it's going to be just a little challenging. And that's a lot of souls to lose. So I think unlike the regular crystal golems, the gold crystal golems are actually resistant to sorceries. Now I'm just left with the regular pew-pews. One more hit. 2 more hits, apparently. 3 more hits, apparently. I think I still am human, so I'll be able to... Yes. So yeah, all I need to do now is go to where she's at and then talk to her. Not sure if I'm going to have to quit out again. But, you know, just to get her summon sign to appear, maybe I'll have to quit out again, talk to her, then go back, quit out, and then get the Dust Crown. That way my sorceries are doing maximum damage. Okay, no, there is her summon sign. Okay. Alright. You know, I'll get Cast Light. That could be good. Chameleon. Hidden Body. And the Oolacile Ivory Catalyst. Let's see then. Okay then, yeah, so it does do slightly better than the catalyst I currently have, so I'm going to shift to that. The adjustment rate is only by 5, but since staffs can't be upgraded, that means that this is technically the best staff I can get at this point in the game. Wait a minute. Does just talking to her make the crown of Dusk spawn over here. If that's the case, like, that's really good for me. Alright. I think that the Dust Crown increases all sorceries in Dark Souls by a total of 30% more damage. So right now I think that my character is as strong as I can get them when it comes down to just the boosts. So now I'm just going to make my way to Gaping Dragon. And instead of going through Blighttown, I'm just going to do the shortcut to Quelaag. The reason I want to kill Gaping Dragon before Quelaag is because sometimes if you kill Quelaag first... Actually, I think you have to kill Gaping Dragon before you kill Quelaag to continue Solaire's questline. Like, it's just a mandatory thing that you gotta do. Alright, 280 damage. I don't want to drop the ball on the Solaire storyline. I want to see my Sunbro at every opportunity I get. Yeah, so, see, I can't upgrade any of my staffs. So, yep, just going to pop these souls real quick. And I don't think that there's any spells I can get for the Moonlight Butterfly Soul. I don't think that there's any spells you can get in general from Souls in Dark Souls 1. Actually, I wonder. Maybe, like, some of the magic... Like, maybe the Magic Blacksmith or the Sorcery Teacher I already have might be willing to make a trade. I don't want to jump to conclusions. I know that there's a shield that you can get for the Moonlight Butterfly Soul. I also find it a little bit funny that the Willisteel staff isn't even really a staff, it's just a white stick. The staff you get in the beginning of the game is actually a staff. This is just like, hey, like I just ripped this off of a tree. The other staff looks like it was meticulously carved in order to have the shape of a staff. Now, I don't have enough to level up. Okay. Alright, 232. Oh, hey, how you doing? Let's see then. Yeah, you're the guy that runs the S-Stock. Well, went with the S-Stock for his first playthrough. I remembered you this time. Note, I did have to double check on the screenshot because your name did look familiar. Alright. Don't have enough for the purging stone, but I will take these homeward bones. I hate it when my attacks miss. I wonder if I should even bother rescuing the pyromancy teacher since I'm going as a... Like, this run I can only use magic. Well, pyromancy's... Some people might count it as magic that they can use for their run. Now, I'm probably going to do a run eventually where it's like pyromancies only, which is going to make Quelaag an absolute bitch to do. See, then if I just go over here, I'll be able to make it to the bonfire, but then I'll have to go the long way. You know what, screw it. Even though I don't need it, I'm gonna go over here. Even though, oh shit, that's a dog. Get two-tapped. No, he's using the environment against me. Alright. Large ember. I've got a buddy who sees her waifu. Oh, you're talking about my character, waifu material? Yeah, 10 out of 10 waifu. Not gonna lie, it's the blue hair that does it for me. Looks like it dropped a humanity. That's nice. the sewer chamber key. Alright. I mean, hold on a sec. I got a piece of armor that's a bit more sexy. Hold on. Oh yeah, look at that. You can see her plump, thick thighs in this outfit. Let me see. I think this will maybe show off her midriff. Oh yeah. This really does it for me. I'm glad that time I actually remembered the path. Alright. Fucking Torch Hollow. Might as well use one of these to kindle this bonfire. I don't think that I'm going to die to Gaping Dragon, but given that I got vigor checked by the Moonlight Butterfly earlier, like, it might be just a bit necessary. I'm fine. I got Homeward Bones just in case I do wind up just completely sucking. Oh, I should probably kill the Channeler. You died to the Gaping Dragon because of one reason. Maya stock broke halfway through the fight. Yeah, that's something you gotta pay attention to when dealing with bosses in this game. Is just because, like, this and Dark Souls 2 are the only games where really the weapon's durability comes into question. The only time I've ever had a weapon break in Dark Souls 3 was with Gale's weapon, and that's just, well, his rotating crossbow. That's just because of the fact that the weapon was specifically designed to be incredibly fragile. Oh man, compared to when I was fighting one of those inside of the cathedral right before the... Fuck, what is it called? The Belfry Gargoyles. Like, that one was a difficult fight. So it feels so great to just see the power creep that has happened just over the course of one stream. You know, just to save myself some time, I got plenty of Homeward Bones right now. Yeah. Oh, there's actually an item that you can buy called the Repair Kit. It costs 2,000 souls. In between streams, that was one of the items I wound up getting. Just because I was also trying to grind for some specific pieces of armor. I didn't do any leveling up in between streams. I just kind of went around buying stuff that's essential for the run and getting myself some equipment that I wanted. I'm going to increase my endurance this time. Alright, and the bow only run when I fought against Gaping Dragon, so Lair didn't fire a single bolt of lightning. It doesn't take that long. If you haven't killed the Hellkite Drake at the bridge, you can actually use him to kill a bunch of enemies, and they'll wind up dropping a grand total of... That was not the one I was trying to aim at, but okay. You know what, while I'm here, I'm going to buy something from this merchant before he moves to Firelink. Actually, never mind, he doesn't have anything I want aside from the bottomless box. That way I can at least manage my inventory before I have Frampt to just feed stuff to. That way I'm able to quickly access stuff. Man, I always do this because I always feel like there's an item. I've played this game countless times, and I make that same mistake every time. But yeah, using the Hellkite Drake, you're able to nab yourself 555 souls, so that takes 4 laps. And the Undead Burge, or Berg, merchant, I believe, also sells it, so you don't necessarily have to rely on Andre for that. Alrighty then. Time to fight against the Gaping Pussy. Every time I see this boss, all I think of is Hellsing Abridged, when Alucard is talking to Walter, and he's just, like, talking about Walter missing out, and it's just like, you're not missing out on much. Like, that plus my pussy. But trust me, you don't want that. Rows of teeth. Alright, 530 damage. Okay. Alright, hit him in the head, which is his weak spot. I think I just saw Solaire use one of his lightning bolts. Or sunlight spears. So at least he recognizes that that's the dragon's weakness. But he also completely biffed it. First try, no damage, easy souls. Alright then, get my intelligence up to 30, that way I'm doing even more damage. don't want to put that into attunement because I don't need like an absurd level of spells yet. I don't have any of those spells where it requires 2 slots just yet. So I'm going to put that extra point into, you know, dexterity, just because like dexterity does wind up increasing your casting speed. $208 damage. You know, I've gotten nearly every single goal I wanted for the stream done in such a short amount of time. This is so much easier than bow only. You know, I'm in a safe spot right here. I'm gonna hit the John real quick. Coffee's going right through me. My cat also tried getting in here, but right now I got a family member trying to do some shopping because they are out of food. And she's just been yelling at me, being all extra lovey-dovey, trying to be like, hey, yeah, I'm cute, give me food. I'm like, you literally don't have food, I'm sorry. It's not like I can make you, like, eggs and biscuits. Like, that isn't food for cats. You know what? I wonder. Alright, I'll take that sack. You know, I'll rescue you anyways, even though I won't need any of your pyromancies. Alright. You know what? Maybe with this character, I'll do something where it's like, I've seen somebody do this before where they've gone through every single new game cycle using a different type of magic. So, like, first round was, like, sorceries, and then second was you know what? Fuck it. Pussy strap. I just fought the gaping pussy, and now I'm showing that I am a gaping pussy. I know you're hungry. Quit yelling outside my door. There's nothing I can do about it. You don't have food here. I'd feed you if you had food. Dang, he arched that shit good. I should probably equip something better in terms of armor. You know, it is technically worse, but I just don't like the look of it. I know I did it to be a bit slutty and show off my midriff. Trying to act like a hoe when I'm a good girl. A little bit of that coffee went down the wrong tube. Right now my character is as strong as I can get them. So... actually... technically I could go and get the red tearstone ring and power within, as well as the pyromancy flame, and then technically I'd be stronger. But at the same time, like, ooh, that hurts. I think this is going to be... damn it, that is not what I wanted. I was hoping that I was remembering. I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be where I get the... Alright. I was hoping that that was going to be the Channeler set, because it is one of my favorite sets in the game design-wise. I was about to say, how do I get that shiny? And then I realized, oh, wait a second, that's just where the enemy wound up dying. That wasn't just a environmental shiny. You know what? I'm going to switch the Homeward Bones for purple moss clumps. Alright, so right here after I kill the man-eater, I'll be able to kindle that bonfire with the humanity I have. Man, that nearly one-shot her. Alright, if I'm just shy of being able to level up twice, I will pop a soul. Okay, yep, gonna pop a soul just because don't want to get vitality checked. Oh, nearly forgot. Is my character frozen? You know, I don't need the butcher's knife, but I might as well pick it up. As well as all of those humanities. Alright. I think that was a large Titanite shard that I just ran past. I don't need those. Yep. Got an angry boy. Throwing rocks at me. That is not how you flirt, good sir. A lesson I wish I would have known when I was younger. That is a terrible way to get a girl's attention. I'm probably not going to need to do this, but when I was doing bow only, I did wind up needing to use some humanities in order to just make it through the fight. I don't think I'm going to need them for doing sorceries. But at the same time, like, it'll be scary to face her and then just get my ass handed to me due to just bad RNG. Last time I skipped the cutscene. I have to allow it. That way I can talk about her abdomen. Love the intro. Just scary monster, scary monster. Ooh, lady hand. Lady head. Oh, lady belly. Under titty. Demonetization. Worth it. Because I'm not even monetized yet. Yeah, no, I don't think that I'm going to need to use any of these humanities. I say that and then I immediately almost get one shot. I think it was just because I was greedy. Out of range for that. Okay then, so sorceries have shorter range than being an archer, so that means that I do have to be a bit more close and personal to her And on top of that, it takes longer to cast a sorcery. GG easy. I hate that you're not able to do the emotes until after all the stuff is done. So, yep. Who's the best waifu now? It's crazy that you get more souls from killing the Gaping Dragon than a boss that is actually mandatory to be able to progress through the game by over 5,000 souls. Alright, that's the second Bell of Awakening rung. Oh boy, I'm able to enter Sen's Funhouse now. Yeah, no, that's not the boss I'm going to be going for right now. There is another. I have to be careful with him. Get out of my way so I can rest here. Rest my weary head at this bonfire. This will be a warp spot for after I go through Anor Londo and defeat Ornstein and Smough. But I don't want to waste this humanity that I have right here, so I am going to kindle the bonfire that's up ahead. And in case I somehow wind up actually dying to Ceaseless Discharge, I will level up. Alright, 3 points into Vitality. I can live if I wind up losing 389 souls. Alright, so from right here you can see the Centipede Demon, which is a boss that you're able to fight much later in the game. See that? Looks like you're not able to see the Taurus Demon that's there, so I guess that the Centipede Demon is just an environmental thing and not that they have it listed as an enemy yet. Alright. I'm gonna hit the John again, and then when I get back, I'm gonna punch a baby. Alright, time to punch a baby. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. It's almost a tradition at this point to, whenever I wind up killing Ceaseless Discharge, that I wind up dressing up as its dead sister. You are a mandatory boss, and you are nothing but a giant mutated baby. And one of the saddest characters in Dark Souls. So yeah, you typically just have to wait for him to do the magma splash from him ripping his own arm off from his torso, which it's incredibly sad that he wound up having his arm fused to his torso. And in order to fight you, he has to physically rip it from himself. Just like, imagine you piss off a burn victim and they are stuck like this. Like their flesh melted into itself. And they literally get so angry that they just... Ugh. So sad. So tragic. Anywho, let me put on your sister's clothes to kick your ass. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like the Count from Sesame Street doing that. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. Or like that stupid fucking owl. Man, technically I've killed every single boss that was on my to-do list for today. But you know what? I think I'm gonna go for Pinwheel. Alright, going to equip the... Alright, I have quite a few soul clumps that I can wind up using. But you know what? Purple moss clump. It's crazy to me how yesterday I wound up dying so many times to the Capra Demon just due to the dog cheese that winds up happening. And then today I'm just going first try. And in some of these cases, no damage against bosses that should be a lot more difficult. But just aren't due to the boss room design of the Capra Demon. Alright, this is either a soul clump or a large titanite shard. Alright. Since I'm going bow only, like, large titanite shards are incredibly useless to me. Outside of upgrading my armor, which, in all honesty, when I went through my bow only run, I only upgraded one piece of armor, I think, either once or twice. And it wasn't even like my main armor for the entire run. Hopefully I don't wind up doing what my buddy Steven does and die to the elevator. To him, that elevator is the greatest boss in Dark Souls history. I don't want to go for the Firekeeper soul that's over there just yet. Might circle back to it off stream just because of the fact that I know how many attempts that's going to take, and I've got a lot of souls right now. And I don't want to die to Toxic and have that be the reason that I wound up failing to get it. That plus it would be an incredibly dumb way for me to lose over 5,000 souls. I always pay extra attention whenever I'm going through any sort of thin stuff like that in Dark Souls, because sometimes, like, if I'm not paying attention, I'll wind up not eating a lot throughout the day, and, like, my hands will start shaking before like, I'll be so focused on the game that I don't notice that, oh, hey, I haven't eaten breakfast yet. So, like, my hand will, like, start getting slightly shaky. And it's not until, like, I hear my stomach actually growl where I'm like, oh, I should have put food in my belly. I'll actually just equip the souls, that way I can do this a bit faster than going through the menu and cycling through every single time. Soul of Quelaag, Soul of the Moonlight Butterfly. Wait, did the Soul of the Moonlight Butterfly give me more souls than the Soul of Quelaag? Interesting. See, I think that'll do me for Vitality for a bit. Then I'll put another point into Dexterity. That way I can increase casting speed. I'll avoid talking to you for right now. Because I'm on my way to Pinwheel. Ah, shit. Gotta make my way to the necromancer that's down here. After that, it's as simple as taking a shortcut, which hopefully I don't wind up messing up. I gotta try to kill the sorcerer before the skelly boys wind up running into this room. Otherwise, okay, then he didn't drop the skull lantern. Sometimes they will do that. I'm going to shift back to maximum power. And I might as well kindle this while I'm still here in human. Main reason I'm doing this is because I want to be able to actually, I think I still do have a Ring of Sacrifice, so maybe I'll try going into the Tomb of the Giants and seeing if I could pick up the Silver Serpent Ring before anything goes like too far. Oh, I missed it. Missed the shortcut. Gonna pop another humanity. Because I want to see if Leroy's going to steal my kill again. Huh, I just thought of something. Like, and this has nothing to do with Dark Souls. But it's weird that Team 4 Star, which is a parody, like, which does Dragon Ball, well, did Dragon Ball parodies. They kind of foreshadowed Orange Piccolo. Because they were just like, maybe you're just not the Super Namekian. And then Piccolo just being like, bitch, I might be. Like, I don't know. I think that's funny. I hope that they do a parody of Dragon Ball Superheroes. Just so that they can do that. I know that they stopped doing any stuff because they had writer's block when it came down to the BoJack movie. Damn it, not the real one. Quit getting in my way. Get fucked. Alright, the Rite of Kindling. And which mask do I get? The Mask of the Child, which is actually the mask I wanted for the bow-only run. Oh well. I'll equip the Ring of Sacrifice and try to get myself the Silver Serpent Ring. Oh man, I should have... I did buy Cast Light. I should have done that. Well, this is an attempt to get the Silver Serpent Ring. If I fail, all it's costing me is a single... Oh shit. Oh shit. And like, I don't want to rest at the bonfire because I don't want to go through the Tomb of the Giants. Oh, shit. I did land where I needed to go for the Silver Serpent Ring, but then I wound up falling off. Oh well. Nothing of importance was lost. And I actually did get a few items, so... Yeah, my plan was basically just to grab it and then homeward bone out. But you know, things didn't go as planned. No use crying over lost rings, despite how rare they are. Got the Rite of Kindling, and that's all that matters. As well as a couple of really large soul clumps that I can actually use. Alright, doing this will trick the AI of the skeletons, and I'll be able to just jump. Roll. And bonfire. I'm gonna run to the John again. Alright, I'm back. Probably not a good idea to drink from a cup about the size of my head full of coffee without anything to absorb it. And then start a stream. Oh well. Actually, before I enter Sen's Funhouse, I wonder how I'm going to fare against the Asylum Demon Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. So I'm going to unequip these soul clumps. Oh, damn it. Alright. Oh. Forgot to roll. Oh, so while I was in the bathroom, I decided to check my subscriber count. 765 people. To me, that is absolutely wild. And like last night, I was at 757, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's making me think of like a Boeing 757. Like 765. Like, personally, I wish that I still had the 757 just so that I could crack a joke, because like I just found out the other day that Boeing is going to be sending a spacecraft out, and like these fuckers can't even properly make a plane, and they're planning on sending things into our atmosphere. And you know, I wanted to crack a joke about that, but you know, it was late at night, and oh damn it. I got plenty of these, might as well. But yeah, how are you out here trying to send things into orbit when you can't even send things into the sky? But you know, it was super late, and I didn't want to risk waking people up. This time, don't be stupid. Which is a lot for me, but it's something that I gotta remind myself to do. Just don't be stupid. r/ace memes would love this. Egg. I'm not even sure what that means. It's just like anytime I see like r/bi, r/gay, r/transgender, r/ace, it's always just like egg. And I don't get that joke. Like, I'll just show them an egg and it'll just be like, oh, yeah, no, I'm this, I'm that. And it's like, I don't know, I don't get the joke, but I acknowledge its existence. And you know, personally, I get doing like meme reviews and stuff like that, but Personally, I don't see how people actually do make channels about their sexuality and people find it entertaining. Or like, oh, I'm like this and that. Like, if all your content is talking about your sexuality or like your gender identity, like, I'm sorry, your content's just boring to me. I don't know. Personally, the parts other people play with never bother me, or like it's none of my concern unless like it's a child's parts that they're touching. Aside from that, like, I genuinely don't give a shit. Okay, so I managed to land one spell. Before I just got wombo comboed. I don't know. What other people enjoy is none of my concern, I guess. My content isn't for everyone, so you know. Who am I to judge them for what interests they have? You know what? One more attempt, and if I fail, I'm just gonna grab the peculiar doll because, like, I don't need the rusted ring. Like, I could always come back later when I have the ability to do more damage. Hmm. At least this time I'm not getting wombo comboed. Miyazaki, I want the boss to have the fattest of dumpies, and I want for them to sit on my face. How thick do you want them, Miyazaki-san? Yes. Yeah, alright. I'm just gonna pick up the peculiar doll and leave. Man, it's crazy being so level and being able to just two-tap Black Knights. Can't wait for when I complete Big Hat Logan's questline, because the staff he drops is technically the catalyst that does nab you the most amount of damage of any catalyst in the game. I'll take the fall damage. Say that as if I have a choice after I already took it. You know what, since I do have Frampt here, I think I'll just feed him a bunch of stuff, that way I can clear up my inventory a bit. What's your decision? Yes. Feed items? Yes. Here's the thing, I'm not going to use them for my run, but I still like to at least have them. That way I'd be able to like read item descriptions. That way if I decide to do like wait, do I have 2 Black Knight halberds? When did I get a second one? Did I somehow dupe this item without realizing it? That is one of the rarest items in the game because of how few enemies drop it, and I got 2 of them. Unbelievable. Maybe I'll go back and face the Asylum Demon Part 2 after I get my hands on Big Hat Logan's Sorcery Catalyst. That way I can utilize the power of just being OP. Maybe I should also wait till after I kill Artorias to go back to it. If I manage to kill Artorias. I know that I failed to do that inside my bow-only run, yet I still technically beat the run. But get my hands on Dark Bead and then just fucking shred its health. Hit him with the Get Fucked combo. Alright, Soul of a Brave Warrior. Soul of a Nameless Soldier. And it's not enough to level me up. Okay. Alright, so killing these man serpents is going to fetch me 500 souls each. And that's how much damage I'm able to do when they're turtling. I mean, technically this is enough for me to level up now, I believe. Actually, no, I think it was another 9 at the end of that, not a 7. Alright, so now I have enough to level up. Since I'm going into Sen's Funhouse. Going to shift in my abilities a little bit. Need to find a shield that I am proficient in. Alright, level up. Gonna put that point into endurance. Putting on my best armor that I have so far. Actually, if I end the stream now, I can grind myself enough points to be able to get into... I need to stop doing that out of habit. I'm going to max out this bonfire right before Sen's Fortress just so that I don't have to worry about doing that later. But yeah, I'm thinking like getting the stone armor just so that I have a... That way I'm just able to poise through a lot of stuff. The worst thing about Sen's Fortress is not necessarily the enemies, it's the environment itself. So I've learned through playing these games as often as I have that, like, it's better in Sen's Fortress just to really run past everything instead of focusing too much on trying to fight them, because if you're going to be standing here trying to fight all of them, you're just going to wind up losing more often than not and wind up dying to the fortress more just because you're focusing on what is actually just the wrong thing to focus on. So, 3, 2, 1. Alright. I'm going to block and roll forward. Alright, I believe this is the direction I gotta go to be able to rescue Big Hat Logan. But I want to guarantee the man serpent down there is dead before I head down there. Alright. Now push this out of the way. And sometimes Dark Souls is weird. And the ball will sometimes just wind up resetting itself. But from here I should be able to just make it to where I was. There's just a few pendulums, gales between me and the bonfire. From there I should be able to take the shortcut. And you know what, since right now I'm not focusing too much on my sorceries, I'll shift to the Mask of the Sun, that way I get the extra stamina recovery. Oh. I just did a stupid. Yeah, see what I meant by sometimes it just winds up resetting on its own? Now that I'm in here, don't really need to worry about that. Okay, then gotta time this perfectly. Then this up here is where I always seem to just screw up the most. And it's always at this final stretch. So stop right here. You know, first try making it to the bonfire. Like, I'm actually proud of myself for this. Then all I need is the shortcut. And I'll be able to make my way back to Big Hat Logan. I think this is the first time in a long time since I've been able to first try make it to the top of Sen's fortress. You know, I mentioned earlier how, like, people talking about like their sexuality is just the type of content that like I don't personally take joy in. I wonder if I'd get more views on my streams or something if I just put like my sexuality in the title, just like, oh my god, my guy attempts to beat Dark Souls 1 using sorcery only. Even though my sexuality has nothing to do with the content I'm producing. Like, I could almost guarantee I'd get more views on the stream if I did that. And that's just because of the way that YouTube is and just the importance people put sexuality in things that it's really not even a factor. You know, I probably could take on the Iron Golem right now, but I want to be able to get some more spells. That way I can get some more castings of my strong stuff. So if I make my way, get the shortcut, and from there go and make my way to Big Hat Logan, I should be able to Homeward Bone back into Sen's Fortress if I don't rest at Firelink. And knowing my stupidity, I'll just wind up resting at Firelink off of just pure muscle memory and stupidity. Like, oh, for me to be able to do this, I have to not do this. Immediately does the thing I'm not supposed to do. Oh. Well, I missed. Well, shoot, now I have to go back for those souls. Tried rolling up the stairs to be able to make my way to be able to cheese it, but you know. Cheese it, that's a food. Alright. Let's see now. I missed again. Come on now, I just want the shortcut so that I can get some more spells from Big Hat Logan. He needs a big hat for his big brain. And I need a big hat to hide my small brain. Because I don't want people to see how small it is. Forget the fact that I have to wear like extra large sized hats because of how fucking big my head is. Just because my head's big doesn't mean my brain is. Might as well put clothes on now since there is going to be an enemy up ahead that I actually want to fight instead of trying to be light as possible to make the jump. Get one tapped. Alright, I got the key. Since I have an abundance of homeward bones, I'll just use one of those. The amount of grinding I did off screen for Boulder Knights to try to get their leggings, just because it looks like a pair of underwear with boots, and the fact that I didn't get one is ridiculous. And right now, getting more spells is more important to me than going to the merchant that sells the Boulder's Knight leggings. Because, actually, you know, the Boulder's Knight leggings guy is right there. So I guess I just gotta... Gotta take off all my clothes again to try to get maximum jump range. And that was a roll. That was not what I wanted to do. Not at all. I want the underwear and boots armor. I want for my character to be running around inside of panties instead of a loincloth. Just because I think that that is funnier. Oh, I did make it and then... You know what, this Boulder Knight didn't drop me anything, so... You know what? I would have been content if I fucked that up, and then the Boulder's Knight did drop me the leggings. But now I am just infuriated. I'm incredibly disappointed, and my day is ruined. Alright. I do have plenty of soul clumps that I can use. So... They were expensive, but you know what? It was worth it. Does this armor make my butt look big? Alright, now that I got the shortcut, this is going to be able to save me a lot of back and forth later on. Like if there's anything where I need to go back to... Wait, where's the man serpent at? He was supposed to be right there. I did die, so like... Why did he leave? That's a bit concerning. See, those man serpents were where they were supposed to be. I hear you, Andre. Your services will not be required this run. Mostly because I already bought everything I need to be able to upgrade my armor from you. Alright, Big Hat Logan. I hear your IQ is dummy high. I hear it's 189. I make that reference, but in all honesty, I don't remember who the actual hell said that. Like, I just remember that they had beef with Nuxtaku. And that's all I remember really from them. You know, I can get more spells if I do it this way, but Homing Soul Mass is a genuinely good spell that I'll want to get later. You know, I'll just go for more casts of some of my stronger spells. Alright, remember, Homeward Bone from here. Do not rest at Firelink. Actually, I might as well talk to my Pyromancy teacher while I'm here and then use up these souls to be able to reinforce my Pyromancy Flame. That way I feel like I'm not wasting these souls if I die to the Iron Golem. This is useless for the run, but it's better than wasting it on nothing. Actually, you know what? Maybe Iron Flesh might be good. So as long as like I'm not using anything for damage, I guess having a buff won't hurt. Firstly, gotta make myself human and then kindle this bonfire one more time. That way I have maximum bonfire power. That plus I could summon the goat himself, Black Iron Tarkus. Oh, probably should organize my spells. That way I could just have some of my most powerful spells. Alright then, great. Heavy Soul Arrow. Having 16 casts of that now. Heavy Soul Arrow at 36 casts. I'm getting far less casts than I would if I were to just go with the smaller stuff, but these are going to pack so much more of a punch that it's honestly a bit worth it. Who knows, I might even go through Anor Londo the regular way, given how much damage I'm able to do this run. Instead of taking the shortcut. Actually, never mind. I'm still going to take the shortcut. Because with how low my endurance, dexterity, and vigor are, and how many points there are where I'll just get ganked by Silver Knights. Alrighty then, summoning the goat, Black Iron Tarkus. Well, it's just Iron Tarkus, but he wears the Black Iron set. Did I just call him black because of the color of his armor? Am I gonna get canceled for that in the future? Oh well. Even though I'm autistic and have the retard pass, I might get canceled because people hear me say that word. When it comes down to my personality, I put the ass in Asperger's. Man, this is... Ooh, that hurt. Ooh, I dodged that just in time. Okay then, so damage can't be done during their grab attacks. Okay then, I heard your attack connect, but then I saw the damage tick that my attack would have done. So I'm not sure whether or not he stole my kill or if I got the kill. I might have to replay the footage for that one. Okay, so now I'm kind of half considering. Okay, so now I'm half considering. You see, I think that I could actually make it to the Ornstein and Smo fight in this stream, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to beat them. I'm not sure if I should save going through Anor Londo for like another stream or if I should just continue. Oh shit, the shields of these giants is so much stronger than any other shield I've faced so far. And I know that I can easily cheese them by grinding with arrows. I learned that inside of the archery run. That might be something that I'd be willing to do in between streams if I wind up just needing a shit ton of level ups and I just don't want to put in the grind on stream. Alright, first things first, gotta kindle this bonfire to get it maxed out. And it's going to be nice actually having this bonfire. Because unlike the bow only run, I don't have to fight the Dark Sun Gwendolyn just yet. I can save that till after I have the Lord's Vessel. Then again, I could go back to Big Hat Logan and get some of those more expensive spells instead of focusing on leveling up. Yeah, that's not enough to get... Oh, wait, no. To look at attunement. Alright, putting those points into attunement. That way I can get myself one more spell to be able to cast. Attune magic. It does suck also that I'm just shy of being able to level up again, because if I wind up dying 10,000, that's a lot of souls to lose. I think killing this Belfry Gargoyle that's up here will be able to net me enough souls to where I'll be able to level up again. Okay then, so able to 3-tap them when they connect. Ooh. Also, I have a new helmet that I won't put on because I'd be losing my power. Increasing my intelligence by 1. It'll be a slight boost to my damage, but at the same time, going up against ONS, like, even a slight boosted damage is a massive improvement. I think I'm going to save off going into the painted world for a bit until after I beat ONS, because I'll have above I think I'll have like a pretty decent chunk of souls where I might be able to get like the soul spear, which is able to go through multiple enemies instead of what I have right now, so I'll be able to do the phalanx grind. You with your damn jump attacks. Dodging my abilities as though you have ultra instincts. Now for my least favorite part of the game. And I wonder if, like, with Beta Chaos, if I'm going to be able to do a similar strat to what I did with the bow only run. Like, not sure if, like, the free aiming with spells will... And I'm not even sure if the length in which spells travel is going to be close. And, like, you know, I'll attempt it, like, once or twice before, like, you know, I might just go to the speedrun strat of using a bow. Like, the Beta Chaos, the main difficulty isn't even the actual fight itself. It's just the fact that it's a platformer, and more often than not requires RNG to beat over actual skill, so sometimes just the speedrun strat might just be the preferred way to go about it. And some may go that breaks the spirit of the run. Like, I did use magic during the bow only run to grind on the phalanxes. That way I am able to buy more powerful arrows, as well as get some level ups, which some people might consider to be against the spirit of the run. At the same time, like, I did beat every boss I did face using a bow only, except for on occasion where I did wind up punching them to death. Or just punched them like once or twice just for the flex. I only need 3 of these to connect. Unless this one just has far more health. Yay! Items I can't use. That's exactly what I wanted. Also, technically, I did shield bash a single Silver Knight off of a ledge just so that I would be able to make it into the Anorlando castle. Which, you know, some might also say goes against the spirit of the run. I hold myself accountable for every instance where I break the spirit of a run. But, you know, I'm the one doing the run. It's not like I'm out here damning people who accomplish stuff that I'm incapable of doing. Earlier today was a bit awkward. I was like, this is just a thought, but I recorded my first short since we put down Hagrid, or culled him from the flock. Not necessarily saying put down, because put down implies that, like, you know, he was a pet and not just livestock. You know, I think I'll just make one attempt at getting into Anor Londo. If I succeed, I succeed. If I fail, I'm ending the stream. Because if I'm able to make it into the castle, then it won't be too hard for me to be able to make it to opening the door. Ooh. Okay, then medium rolling. That's not good. But given the strat that I'm doing, where we're going, we don't need light rolls. Alright, you see it on screen. I died. You know, with the amount of progress I made today, like, I definitely made it a lot farther. I went past every single goal that I had for today, so you know what? That's, in my opinion, the perfect spot to call it for day 2. I mean, you saw it on screen. I said if I died, the stream ends, so have a good rest.